Yo, welcome back to another episode of Views from the Sip, man.
Yes, sir. We back.
I'm gonna start off where we left off last, bro.
And what's that?
What y'all think about the people who pressure young men to propose? Straight up. Whether it be the folks at the church, whether it be family members. I fucked up
friends.
sometimes. I gotta fuck up sometimes. Shit, get out my ass. Shit, whether it be your friends, whether it be your girlfriends, you know what I'm saying? It's just like everybody constantly on your ass about sub it up. When you gonna pop the question?
Who you think is worse?
I think
Hearing it from who you think hearing it from is worse?
For me, I expect my close family and stuff like
Strangers.
that.
It's strangers. Strangers are the worst because I feel like they honestly mean well when they saying it, but they don't know what's going on behind closed doors.
I don't think a lot of people know.
So when you saying certain
You
stuff,
can't know.
it's like you said we should get married.
Why?
But you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. It's making me, delay a little bit.
The people that it's funny. I think the people that are not married and telling you that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
You think it's like don't be like me?
That's like cruel punishment.
I don't know what it is.
I kind of think you kind of a hypocrite when you do that.
Yeah.
It's like you not married, you telling me to get married for what?
Because they think you a solid dude, you know?
They think it'd be best for you.
It'd be better for you.
But was it best?
They know
for
you a better guy than they is.
Bro, they
Don't follow
know,
their
they
footsteps.
don't know shit about me, bro.
I feel like
For all they know, I'm the same nigga they is.
everything.
Nah, you young buck, man. You got it going, man.
Yeah.
You working, man. I see when y'all beat it. You don't see us but once a week, nigga. You don't see us but every so often, nigga. You don't know shit about what the fuck we got going on, nigga.
Everything happened at its own pace too. You know what I'm saying? So just because this one couple decide to go ahead and get married at fresh out of high school, we get married. Certain people got different trails. And I think when we base our own relationships on other people's relationships, that's when it come hectic. But like Bo said, I expect my woman to kind of pressure me a little bit. I expect
I don't want
my
my woman
family.
to pressure
No, but you said on the scale though.
Yeah.
What I rather deal with.
Yeah.
I can deal with my woman saying, hey, what's going on? Kind of give me little hints. I can deal with my family members kind of giving me a couple hints. It's when the random person that I only see you once a week
What you talking about?
come tell me.
See,
So it's like,
see your relationship on
bro,
Instagram
you
or
have
something?
nothing invested.
Why you
Because-
intervening in my
Because
in
my
shit
girl
anyway?
has
They're
time
extra back too.
invested. You know what I'm saying? My girl got time invested. My family has invested time in me my whole entire life. They deserve a right to say something, right?
Yeah, they can see where you going.
But this random dude that I only see you once a week, who the freak
Freak
are you?
like, I say during a holiday. If I see you on doing a holiday, then you pushing it.
But I don't understand because this is a principle for life. Like, it's toxic for you to live up to other people's expectations.
No. It's toxic for other people put their expectations of you on you.
No,
that came from a great philosopher named by Devin Weathers.
Hey, what? Shut up.
It's toxic for people to put their expectations of you
Yeah.
on you.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Who was the credit?
Devin Weathers.
I ain't
All
never heard
right.
that one before.
First of all, D, I didn't even know you had that type of shit in your arsenal. The whole time I've been writing this book, that's a great source.
Okay.
That was a great site.
But now what you saying about?
That shit totally makes sense because it's like you start. Then what if your woman started to hear that? Now she questioning, why hasn't he proposed?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, with
Now
something
she
wrong
feel
with
like
me?
you taking too long.
Now
with
you
shooting.
taking too long.
Things was going great, huh?
And everything was going great. Y'all just living y'all path. Y'all just going down y'all path. How y'all want y'all path to go, and then somebody put their own pressures on you, and it's like, nigga, you don't know if I fucked up. You don't know if she messed up. You don't know what the hell going on. Why we ain't married?
So tell me, is this
What's
okay?
What's that example you gave, DVJ?
But tell me, is this okay before you go, folks? So somebody comes to you, say, fam, when you gonna go ahead and pop that question? Then you return the favor. Say, fam, stay the fuck out my business.
The reason I brought that up is because DVJ got a perfect example. And I want to give him credit for it. Go
Are
ahead.
you talking about the
going to church.
the going to church? That's what I'm saying. And I have no problem with it, but it can sometimes be stressful, man. You gotta think about other people when you intervene into their business.
Facts.
You show up, you only see them once a week.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They see you and your woman every week. You know, they wanna, they feel like y'all a church family, but you gotta leave that at what it is.
Yeah.
That's a once a week type of family. I'm just saying, get out
Yeah.
my business. But and you show up, you feel friendly, and I understand why you would feel that way. We're in church. I'm not gonna give no bad blood at church. We're in church. Come on, now. Come on, now. Do the right thing, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
What's the right thing?
What's the right thing, bro? You don't know what we're going through. What if I turned around and told you, bro? She just cheated on me last Friday, bro.
we just trying to get.
We just trying to work it out.
Yeah.
We just trying to work through that first.
But in the midst of that happening, I come and tell you, now you got all this going on. She just cheated on you Friday. This past Friday.
Yeah.
You said y'all come together that Saturday and say, you know what? We've been doing good. We're going to try to work it out. We're going to go to church. We're going to try to get some word. You know what I'm saying? And in the midst of all that going on, the deacon come over and say, hey, DVJ, come on, brother. Y'all been talking for how long?
What you waiting on?
How long y'all been together?
What you waiting on?
What you waiting on, brother? Like, man, y'all been together all this time. Y'all a beautiful couple. What you waiting on, man?
You doing everything else, ain't it?
Go do right. You doing everything. You shacking up,
Yeah.
ain't you?
And then that's when I say, hey, deacon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be up in yours. You know?
Yeah.
But when you open doors, I see you.
Yeah.
Looking at other than yours, you dig? But see, that's not the type of business I'm a venture into, young brother. You know what I'm saying? When I talk to you the way you talk to me, we can't have conversations then.
But
when you peep into mine, I gotta peep into yours.
So when
Okay.
let's reel it back in. That was hilarious.
Come on, somebody.
That was hilarious. But so let's reel it back in. So
Okay.
when they do come and ask you, seriously, they ask you like, hey man, what you waiting on, man? Just gonna do right by her. Marry her. But they don't know the inside story of that she just cheated on you this past Friday. You know what I'm saying? And so if I come to you and say, hey brother DVJ, what's going on? Like, you see like y'all taking a long time. Y'all been coming to the church. Y'all been faithful. Y'all been tithing. Y'all been doing all this stuff, man. What's taking so long to get married, man? What's just talk to me. Talk what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Well,
And you tell her that what?
I mean, if it's, you know what I'm saying, no disrespect. I'd rather you know what I'm saying, just kind of ease out of my business. If you don't mind, like I said before, no disrespect, but I feel like you kind of venturing off into a place where you shouldn't be, brother.
Well, now, brother, see, I pride myself on being a mentor. I just want to come to you. You remind me so much of myself, and I see myself in your shoes. So I just honestly want to know what's taking so long. What's taking so long?
Like I said, had you walked my path, you would understand that we can't possibly have.
But
on the
brother,
same
I
shoes.
can't understand your path if you don't tell me your path. And then that's when you be like,
Now you frustrated me. Now I'm irritated. Now
It's-
I'd rather you just get the fuck out of my business.
And so now
get out
that-
of my face at that point, because it's like.
but then if in that moment, if you would have told him she cheated on me this past Friday, we in here trying to get together. We trying to mend this thing.
Now, give me those words of encouragement, brother.
But no, now I wanna. Well, you know what, I'm gonna let y'all handle them mind my business.
No,
we
They can choose. When
I'm about to reel it in. I'm about to reel it in.
And but that's why I dropped that last line, Eddie, because I feel like we're just intervening in each other's business.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll probably get married when you know what I'm saying.
When you stop cheating on
You
your
tell
wife.
your wife about the other kids, like that'll be, you know. But we don't talk about those type of things.
Yeah.
It's hearsay. You like, oh, I heard about it, but I don't know if it's true. But I
Yeah.
see him every day. I don't see him every day.
Yeah.
I see him, once
And
a
then too, and that's not just the bash to church or whatnot,
No,
but
of course
because it
not, of
happens
course
in
not.
every facet of life.
Yeah.
It happens when you go to the barbershop. It happens when you go
Right.
to other places. You know what I'm saying?
outside sources tell you about marriage.
but when did marriage have such low expectations?
What you mean?
I think it's
Because when I say this, it's a lifetime choice, and you just up and you don't know none of my business. You just up and tell me why y'all ain't married.
That's definitely a
I
lot.
You know,
think-
you're one of them
Yeah.
people that think that you need to renew your marriage, like it should have an end.
No, I think that my marriage is my goddamn business, and when I decide to make a lifetime decision,
I feel you. Like it's something that
It's
I-
a lifetime commitment, though.
no to me it
It
is.
is.
Though.
To me,
Like,
that's what I'm saying.
it's supposed to be.
Maybe
That's what he's
that's
saying.
what's
When did it stop being a lifetime commitment?
maybe that's what's holding me up because I ain't just being here
Like,
for like 5 years and
for-
then ready to divorce.
like-
I'm trying to be here for a lifer.
Like whenever it's a big investment or whenever it's a big huge business decision, no one like
Rushes in or
demonizes
whatever.
you
Yeah.
for saying, I'm taking my time, I'm checking all the details, I'm trying to do this, that, and the third to make sure
My background
all things
checks.
line up
That is
to when it
tough.
happens. But when I make this lifetime decision for my happiness, for my long term marriage, when I take extra time with that, it's deemed as like, oh, he playing around. He ain't trying to do X, Y, and Z. He not serious. No, I'm dead serious. That's why I'm
toxic,
taking so long.
That's
What's so
toxic.
wrong with divorce?
That's you said what's so wrong with it?
Yeah.
No.
If
It
you,
doesn't get.
if you need it, ain't
No,
nothing
no,
wrong
no,
with
no,
it.
no,
But you
no.
don't go into a marriage
They
thinking
don't
you're gonna
put
get her married.
The
I mean,
same
get
light, folks. The same light that's put on getting a divorce isn't put on getting married. It's
Well,
like
no.
everybody, no matter how toxic your relationship is, push through. You can get through it. You can do this. You can work it out. But when you say, "Hey, bro, I'm done with this, bro," it's divorce time. You gotta do what you gotta do.
How you figure it's not?
They respect it a little bit more.
50% of marriages in.
They do. I'm just saying, me personally.
I'm saying the
I'm
light.
I'm not
When
going.
you get the divorce, they not saying, "Dang, you got a divorce."
It ain't happy like
I'm not going into it
Like-
expecting to
Yeah,
get
it's
a
not an
divorce. You know what I'm
expectation.
saying? It's like
Right.
I don't get me wrong. You got a plan for everything. I know
Right.
that divorce is always an option. It's on the table. Like that's an option of getting
That's just what
married.
happens.
But I don't. Me personally, I'm not trying to get into a marriage saying, you know what? If you don't work out in the next 5 years,
Right.
I always got the divorce
I
option.
cannot
Like,
give you 100%
yeah.
if I'm already looking at it escape.
Yeah,
route.
so I'm trying to get into it knowing that, like, if literally all else fails, then we have to go and we got to push the emergency exit button. We got to hit the eject button. But I'm not going into it trying to focus on, like, oh, okay, well, you got 5 years
You gotta
now.
know
I
your
only got
exit
this
routes,
button.
nigga. You gotta
Like,
know.
yeah,
You
I'm
gotta
not
know where
going
the
into it
exits
like
are,
that.
nigga.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta know where they at. Cause you're not when you focus, and I feel like that's what a lot of people don't look into. Like I'm not looking in it to just be temporary. Like some people marriage be temporary. Like that's a thing. Like it's okay. It's okay. So I feel like
You saying they go into it to be
they go
temporary?
into it, you know, with everybody in their ear, like y'all should get married. Y'all should have been married. Y'all need to, you know what I'm saying? Make it
And
right.
rushed it.
Then you do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then just for a year or two to pass, and you're like, bro, this not even for me.
Because I think a lot of people don't even go through the proper steps into going into
I
marriage.
don't
Like,
think they do neither, bro.
like you don't like people like you don't want to get into the marriage then have to discuss those hard problems. You should have planned those out. Like as far as my bad, D. But as far as like kids, finances, how we think about church, how we think about what school they go, the way we want to live, how we plan on having a career. It's just a lot of stuff that go into marriage.
That's why I feel like whether you do it with a pastor or with a private counselor, premarital counseling is important because now you got a third party moderator who is going to ask those hard questions and be able to kind of facilitate you guys through that process.
That journey.
They gonna ask the tough questions like, "Hey, so you know you a Muslim, right? And she a Christian. So is that not gonna cause any conflicts when y'all have kids, or what religion y'all gonna try to raise them up in? Or hey, you believe in natural birth. He believes in taking them to the hospital. Is that not going to cause a problem?" It's like they ask all the hard questions and the tough questions that you honestly might skip over and might not even think is important, or you might feel like I'm not trying to cause an argument, so I don't want to bring that up. But going through premarital counseling, like I said, whether it be with a pastor or whether it be with a privately hired counselor, I feel like that needs to happen because they ask those questions. That way, beforehand, you know what you're getting into.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't believe in counseling though. Not for me personally.
Why not?
I don't want nobody in my business.
I respect that.
They got a disclosure.
I respect that.
I don't care about that.
I think like growing up, like that's always been a thing with me, like especially in relationships. Maybe not, current, but in the past, there's always been a thing with me. Like I really don't like people in my business like that.
It's really like having a sound judge
I don't mind counseling.
without
I don't mind that
some
in
type
that
of
aspect
like
because it makes
judgment.
sense.
It's like having a judge with no judgment.
But then it's gonna become
Mediator.
whenever we argue, we need to go see somebody or whatever. And it's like
No,
I
that's
ain't
not
trying
what
to do that.
premarital counseling is
No,
for.
it's
But
not
I'm
for
saying
us.
it could get to that point.
It's not for problems. It's for establishing like a journey.
I don't even think it's for solving problems.
It's not for solving that part of that. It's not.
This
It's
may come up.
It's called counseling, but it's
I
not.
get that, but you can do that on your own then.
No, you can't.
No, you
'Cause
can't.
won't know until you
But-
get to that moment.
But
you won't
see,
know until you get to the moment.
the one thing I do like about having a counselor mediating is the counselor has no say so in nothing.
Right.
So even
still
if what you saying might be the sound decision, might be right, your partner might interpret it as you just trying to bully me, you just trying to say that you always right this and third. Whereas if the third party mediator who has no stock in either of you two say, this is the sound decision, I honestly feel like you guys might want to lean towards this, then it's not coming from a person who's has
Bias.
bias, basically. Just like you do it, you a science guy.
The only way bias wouldn't be in it regardless is if neither one of y'all wanted bias in it regardless. Even if y'all go to see a counselor and one of y'all stuck on the idea and the other one don't like it, the bias ain't gonna go away just because you see in the counselor.
Well, if that's the case, then I feel like that's a personal issue.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't think-
it ain't nothing the counselor really can
But
do
I don't think the
to
counselor-
get us right if
the
we
coun-
already
The
biased
counselor, but
towards
the
something.
counselor is not trying to fix you.
Yeah.
It's trying to present problems that
It's
might
just making-
occur in the future.
I feel like-
That way you can start the
You might
conversation
not
on
even
those
be with
things.
that person.
It's
That's
just
what I'm
make-
saying. I feel like I can do that on my own.
But it's
don't-
certain.
But-
I feel like
but-
it's certain issues that may come up during counseling.
That you might
Andy
not think of.
Certain conversations, we all have certain thoughts sometimes that we avoid just for the sake of the relationship. Like,
I don't.
this may spark up some shit, and I don't really feel like this shit right now. Or this conversation that I want to have, you don't want to really have right now. We'll talk about it later. That happens. And so I think going to counseling is like, I'm going to just go ahead and make you guys aware of certain things that I think y'all might just, bump heads in, so that now you can just think about those things. Not for me to say, well, this is what you need to do. Because that ain't what the hell I'm for. I'm just making you aware of the things y'all don't have in common.
And if like counseling, honestly, I feel like you can have a successful marriage without counseling. I just feel like it may be harder to go through.
Because y'all would have to be extremely open through the relationship.
Extremely
period.
open on both sides. If you find you a partner who's extremely open, who not willing
That's
to,
right.
Yeah,
it's-
both
it's- I
ways.
feel like
It
it's
gotta-
harder.
It
It's
got to
harder.
be both ways.
Okay. So counseling basically is, are we gonna break up or are we not gonna break up?
No, it's just making you aware.
Nah.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Once they bring
Like
up
they-
these
I can see
options,
what he's saying. Yeah,
once they
it
bring up
can
these
be
things
like
that y'all
It can-
extremely
it-
different on,
It
y'all
can lead
never
to.
gonna-
It can lead to that.
That's what I'm saying. It's
It can
either a
lead to
break
that.
up or y'all gonna stay together
But
forever.
wouldn't you rather figure that out beforehand
Before
before
getting married?
getting married? Then
Right.
y'all get married, and
Pre-marriage.
5 years down the line, you
Counseling.
find out that that this serious problem is coming up.
Yeah, but you might have changed your mind 5 years down the line.
You.
If you change your
Somebody
mind
might
about the
have
topic,
changed their mind. Yeah, somebody might have changed. Like going into the marriage, you might not be thinking about
that's
it.
a
But once
50-50
you,
chance. What if you don't change your mind?
so that's what I'm saying. It's a breakup or stay together forever type thing. I guess.
So it's a breakup and stay together on the front end. It's a breakup stay together on a breakup stay together on the back end.
I feel like it's a better chance on the back end though.
But I feel like why
'Cause
waste?
you
why
got more
waste
time together with each other.
Why waste our time
on the front end.
why waste our time marrying and be together in all these years, and then we find out it's this major problem and we can't agree on anything. We say we're gonna get a divorce over this when we could have talked about it on the front end to see how we was gonna attack it, and then go into the marriage knowing that that's the issue, and so I can kind of already be brains. I know that's something that my partner already is going through, already feels the type of way about, and we can work on that.
Because you're attacking these problems
It's
before
more.
they
It's
happen.
like it's a surprise on the back end versus me planning for it on the front end. That way, when you go into the situation knowing all the issues, and you're basically saying, "I'm willing to deal with this because I know what the issues are going into," versus going into it and finding out, "Dang, you got a whole bunch of baggage with you that I didn't even know about." So, am I willing to deal with this on the back end? Like, I don't know if I didn't sign up for this. I didn't know you had all this. But on the front end, going to the counselor, talk to them, and like the counselor's job is not to tell you what to do and what not to do. They're just presenting things that may cause issues later on and letting you work through them yourselves.
Yep.
So you're dealing with the problem beforehand. That way, beforehand you realize like, dang, you got a lot of baggage. I ain't know you had all this. Let's put this engagement on the pause and let's try to work through this stuff before we move forward marrying. That way you can save way more money on the back end. And my boy Tim, he about that bread, so he ain't trying to give up ass.
Somebody could say they're gonna do one thing while they in counseling, and it changed everything up once they get married.
I like having a game plan.
Insurance.
I like having a game
I would
plan.
at least like to know where you're coming from.
I like having a game plan. If you playing football, you don't go to the football to say, "Hey, we gonna see how it work out, baby." They
You
might
watch
run
film.
cover 3.
You
They
watch
might
film.
do this, that, and the third. We gonna see how I play. We get there. You watch film before you go into the game. Know with some type of plan on how to attack it. Is it gonna
So,
work?
okay,
You
this
don't.
what I'm
Is it
saying.
gonna work? You don't know. But you go with some type of plan at least.
You get all this information while you dating though.
What information you get?
All the information that the counselor will be
A lot of
talking
dating.
about.
Sometimes
no,
you don't get,
Lovey-dovey.
No, you don't.
but
'Cause-
sometimes the information you get.
Because
My bad, go ahead.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, but like for example, I'm reading a book right now. It's stuff in that book. Like I thought me and Patrice talked about everything, but like it's just stuff you just wouldn't even think of. Just comes up. It's just random stuff, and then you don't think about it until somebody else bring it to the table. It's stuff we discuss on the podcast. I ain't never think about, but we having a conversation because it was brought up by somebody else.
And then too, one thing I think about too, you only know your experiences. You know what I'm saying? So you only know what you've been exposed to. You only know what you've been around. You only know what you've seen. So this other person might have seen something that you've never seen before, and it affected them in a certain type of way. So now when you talk to each other on your own, then it's like you can't understand it because it's like, no, everything I've seen in life says that this happens. You know, 1 + 1 = 2, and in their world, 1 + 1 don't equal 2 because of things that they seen that might have told them otherwise. So going to that counselor might be able to. The counselor is just basically the mediator. It's just here to say, hey, look here, this might be an issue. Hearing you guys talk, I talk to you guys one-on-one. Hearing you guys talk, this is something that I deem that might be an issue. You guys might want to talk this amongst yourself, and I'll play mediator. That way it's a fair argument or fair debate, if you will.
Who's to say you're going to change? Who's to say you're going to adapt to what you think will happen in a relationship?
And like you said, every, my bad not to cut you off, but every relationship doesn't need it. My parents, my mom, my dad, they didn't have premarital counseling. They've been together for 37 years. No.
But that's what I'm saying.
40.
Okay,
So it's like
the time you take before you even propose is time you need to be getting all this information anyway.
I'm saying you may be 100% free and open and telling everything and how you feel about certain stuff, but who would say that person feels that comfortable with you to do so?
And
So I definitely don't think she would be comfortable enough to say when somebody else in front of her.
Or she may feel like she's being open enough to you, but she might not know that that's an issue. So she might not even know to bring it up because she's like, "Oh, I didn't think that was gonna be a problem."
right, because it's like
Give
y'all
me
can only
give
talk
me an
about
example of what you think the counselor asked.
the counselor may ask something about if y'all together a year or 2 years, how many years y'all together, y'all don't have kids.
Mm-hmm.
So anything relating to kids, y'all don't have any information about. All this is new. Well, I want
Y'all have
to.
been on talking about kids.
It's a conversation, but it's no.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know any conversation
of a
that I haven't gone through that I feel like I need to have before I'm married.
How you gonna train raise the kids? Like that's the question.
Like,
I mean, that happens
whether-
when you talk about how many kids you
whether
want
it be
and stuff.
parents and style,
No,
whether it be
disciplinary.
Raising,
It's
discipline,
that
like,
all
what deserves
matters.
punishment, what
That
doesn't
conversation
deserve
comes up when you
punishment.
talk about how many kids you want.
Well, see, me personally, I'm not. I'm gonna just say it. I don't feel like I'm cocky enough to believe that I have addressed all the things that I need to know before marriage. I feel like
Yeah, you can't. It's impossible.
So I feel like why not go through that filtering system of someone who does this professionally that might be able to kind of have a sounding board of saying, okay, have you talked about this? Yeah, I talked about this. Have you talked about this? Ooh, I ain't talk about that. I ain't even think about that. You know what I'm saying?
It's just a checks and
It's
balances.
just a check and balance. Like, why not go through that final
Google
check?
instead of paying somebody for that.
Hey, do what you feel is best.
cut the cost, bro. I ain't gonna tell you not to cut it, but you're gonna have to Google some stuff. It's gonna be some, but that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be some questions on there. Be like, damn, I ain't never asked that. Like, and that's the thing though. Just because you may have felt like you asked all these questions, that doesn't necessarily mean that she has asked all these.
And then the other thing, I don't know for everybody, but for some people, certain girls, it makes them be more open. Because for a dude, it's kind of like they just listen to you a lot of times, and it's like they don't want to. I know my girl, she don't want to like feel like she imposing on me or like saying I'm like in the wrong about something when we making decisions. But when you have somebody there that mediate stuff, y'all can just talk openly. Like, it just makes the conversation more open.
It's more
and then people can't hide from conversations. Like, you can't say, well, I don't want to talk about that right now.
Right, because that's the emotional.
Or
that's the emotional
I'm not
decision.
telling you what you want to hear.
Yeah.
And in the moment, you not knowing that they telling you this, just telling you what you want to hear. It seems legit. It seems like, well, I know if I tell Brent this, he gonna feel the same way. So let I just go on and just say
That's
this.
another thing though. Like, you can't expect like. I know my partner. I know what they're gonna think about this. I've been talking to them long enough. Like, you can't guess that neither.
Yeah,
you can't make assumptions.
Yeah, you can't assume that neither, because that's gonna lead to.
And that's why.
But that's why having that mediator there kind of takes all that out.
What you say?
I guess I'm thinking from my point of view. If I had somebody in the room with me and my woman, I wouldn't be open.
You would,
because I don't want them out of my business.
I ain't gonna lie, Brent. I thought about that because
she might be the open one in that situation, but I won't be the open one.
I had a conversation recently about that, like, and I was like, just not with like marital counseling. Just was like just counseling, and I was like, I don't feel like I need counseling out the strength that I feel like I'm good.
Yeah.
Like I just feel like
You talking about like everyday counseling?
Yeah, like
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, some people
Like a therapist?
like go through things, traumatic type of situations where they go through things and they feel like, you know, I need to be able to talk to somebody, but I really can't talk to somebody. Like I can talk to my friends and stuff, but it just don't hit the same. But I feel like if I talk to a complete stranger, for some reason that'll work out a little bit better. But I don't necessarily feel like it's necessary because I feel like I'm good where I'm at. So I feel like
I don't feel like a complete stranger can get me the way I get myself or one of my friends.
He's not there to get you though.
I'm just saying I can
No,
get one of
he's
y'all.
definitely
Is
not.
what I'm saying.
It's still biased.
Yeah, that's what makes it not biased.
It's
That
still a
makes it
bias.
not biased because neither one of us know this person.
If he's not there to understand where I'm coming from, what he there for?
He's
Not there to understand where you're coming from.
He's there to hear the situation and help you work through your situation
and create dialogue.
and create dialogue. The way, like most people who go like to counselors like that, the counselor never tells them what to do.
Exactly.
We just create dialogue to help you handle the situation the best way you feel possible and in the healthiest manner. Now, they feel like you finna go do something crazy like jump off a cliff to help to kind of solve your problem. Of course, I'm finna tell you that's not the fucking answer. But if I feel like no good counselor or psychiatrist, whoever gonna tell you this is what you need to be doing and that's it. They're not finna tell you that. They're finna say, hey, let's work through this together and kind of come up with a brainstorm on like basically how can we solve this issue here.
I think I'm my own therapist then, because I talk to myself all the time.
That makes you a nut. You're schizophrenic. Like you deserve to be in the
I
straitjacket,
come from
man.
different angles all the time talking to myself.
Because that's like, for example, like sometimes I just come to AD be like, man, am I tripping?
Am I tripping?
Am I tripping, bro? And he'll be like, he'll tell me honest answer, like, man, I think you might have could have handled it a different way. It's not, he's
But
not.
that's what I'm saying. Before I go to a therapist, I either ask myself, my parents, or one of y'all. That's
like-
what I'm saying. It's like a pecking order.
But
the
then nothing-
therapist is last, basically.
But nothing. But with something
That's fine, no.
But,
That's
but
fine.
listen,
You
with
gotta- you
something
gotta do
as
something.
big as marriage, I don't feel comfortable giving you advice or giving you my point of view or telling you like you could handle it a little better because I don't feel like I have the qualifications needed to handle that. Just like if it was a big business decision, you might go to your CPA. You might go to somebody who has more knowledge in that field of study to answer those questions. Don't come to me because I don't want to be one to
That's
say,
a lot of
yeah,
pressure.
You think every marriage counselor married?
nah.
No. It's they
What
study.
makes them experts?
You think every CPA is
So
eyes
you
got a
making it-
business?
What makes them
But you
experts?
make it.
No,
you make
they
it
can
a
be
personal
specialized,
thing,
yeah, it's
but they
not.
specialize in just the psyche.
That's their work. Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
psyche of it, bro. It has nothing to do
Do
about being
Everybody's
married.
psyche-
And
It's
I'm
a
saying-
bunch of people that deliver babies that don't have babies, but they know how to deliver a baby.
that's
That's
just
different,
like
though.
No, it's not.
that is the same thing.
That's different.
They're
Definitely
trained.
same
They're
thing.
trained.
That's
Hell,
not
you
the
know
same
about
thing.
having a baby. You ain't got no babies.
That-
I know plenty more than you.
It's not the same thing.
Definitely the same thing.
Like that's
It's not
like
the
for
same.
example, like my mom's a counselor. That don't mean she went through every problem a child went through.
Right.
She knows how to counsel it because she has practice in it. She's like, this is her.
That's her skill.
That's her skill.
Because she's a human being, she can understand.
No.
human
No,
beings.
no.
She's not empathizing
She
with
would tell
everything
you-
that's happened to you.
No, she wouldn't tell you that. No, she does this from practice. She goes by the book.
That's-
She studies this. She understands how to handle these problems.
So I just need to buy the book.
Look, I'm not
I'm trying to get out the middleman, ain't you?
I'm not here to convince
you to do it.
go get
I mean,
counseling.
would you rather I say I know a cheap counselor you can go to? Would you rather that? Because we
No.
trying to cut price. We not trying to. We still need the info,
Whatever
but
the
we
counsel-
trying to cut price.
Whatever the
So,
counselor is
if-
doing to give, whatever info they're going off, I just go get the info myself.
You know what you?
It don't. That ain't gonna help
Question.
both of y'all.
You gotta go to school. For
I got a
4 years,
question.
Go to practice.
If
for a
you
couple years.
think, well, if it was proven, if it was total fact that going to a counselor will help your marriage, would you do so?
Nope.
Well, that's
That's
the
it.
end of the
That's it on
conversation.
That
That's it on
just,
that.
see, that just told me you bullshit.
How?
That just
I
told
just
me
told you I wouldn't be able to open up
That
to somebody
just
like
told
that.
me
I don't like
you
giving my
bullshit
business.
in your marriage.
No, I'm talking about him.
No,
If
that
it was
just
a-
told me. No,
I put it in the vacuum. I said, if it was a proven hardcore fact that going to a counselor will help your marriage. You do so,
And
you saying no.
Yeah.
So
You
there's
just
no
told me
point even talking.
that you would
So
bullshit your marriage
in a
out.
perfect world, if everything was perfectly fine and everything went according to plan, it was straight in this vacuum.
Bro.
Everything
that man
was,
just
you saying
told
no.
you
So
if
if
going
that's
to
the case,
marriage counseling made you have a good marriage, you would still choose not to go?
No.
That just
That's
told
on
me again, you bullshit.
How?
Why would you fuck it off like that?
Because I can still work it out on my own. It'll
That's
still
too
work
much
out.
gamble, bro.
So you'd rather gamble the chance to the negative.
If that was
I'd rather live my life the way I want to live my life. I ain't trying to go by
But
no
this
book.
life
the
is-
counselor not telling you how to live your life.
Oh,
though.
whoa.
But if it's by fact, then it got to be by some kind
I got
of
something
book.
for you, Brent. It's not just your life, though.
Yeah,
It's
I
two
know.
people like. So you can't make the decision for both of y'all and say, well, I'd rather just count the eyes on me.
That's right.
Okay, so if she say no and I say yeah, then what?
Honestly, I feel like
We
y'all
just break
might
up
not.
then?
I feel like
I mean, breaking up's not the end of the world.
it's not.
I know, but I'm just saying the option.
It's a conversation.
It's a conversation to be had.
I mean, but see, I feel like what you're looking at that exit before you're able to give 100%. You're already looking at the exit. You're like, I don't need this shit, so I can just go in there and do whatever the hell I want to do.
How does that mean looking at the X?
Because it's like
see
I'm
what
telling
you
you, if you go do this, then your marriage will succeed. You're saying fuck the success rate. I'll do it on my own. So you're taking the gamble and saying fuck the marriage. That's
I
how I'm
ain't
looking
trying
at
to go
it.
by the book.
No,
Nah.
no,
Facts mean it's a book.
no.
That means it's stats and everything else to tell you exactly what to do.
And then you missing the whole point in the counselor. The counselor is for you to have that other perspective. It's for you
It's
to.
not just for you.
It's not just for you to be like, I got it.
It's not for you. That's what makes it the counterbalance. Like it's not just for
I
you.
think
it's for
y'all
both
missing
parties.
what I'm saying.
I got what
I
you
get
saying.
exactly what you're
No,
saying.
well,
I'm just cutting
for
out the
clarity.
middleman. That's it. We gonna do.
What did I just ask him, Tim?
Vontae,
I
Vontae
can
had
give you
the best situation though.
A
He
cheaper.
set it up good because it's like, what if it's you that's not with the problem? What if it's that she had the problem? Should she just end it, or should she take y'all to counseling then?
No, I'm saying like, okay, all the things that we can talk about in counseling, we can talk about without going to
But
counseling.
That's on your end.
The biggest thing in that situation is that your partner may feel that you're being more biased towards your opinion on different topics,
Right.
because you are the one that's conducting everything that you read in that book. If
Let's
I
talk
go
about
to
this
a
right
third
here.
party,
Now,
somebody
let's
who's
just-
not involved,
now, let's just
I
say-
feel like
Okay,
that person.
Let me put it like this: if I went to if I had an opinion before I went to a counselor, and I went to a counselor, I'm still gonna have the same opinion.
You've been
Not
an ass,
necessarily.
you've been an asshole though.
No, if you're going into the
No,
situation,
once he
openly,
asked the question, I'm going to say my opinion. It's gonna be the
Right.
same
and
opinion.
y'all gonna have that dialogue to talk through.
Right.
So why do I need the counselor if we're
because
gonna talk through it
y'all
anyway?
can bring to a conclusion on how we can handle the problem. Now
Because
That's
that
the
now-
point. We're still doing all the talking. Is what I'm trying to get y'all
But
to
it's like
understand.
if y'all couldn't come to a conclusion at home on it, you don't want to just end the relationship off, or you could have just went to the counselor.
When you're trying to be a lifer, you're trying to the whole.
If we need a
goal is
counselor to
be a
get us
lifer.
through our problems, we're not gonna make it through the marriage.
that doesn't mean that.
That's what I believe.
I don't think
I'm just
so.
saying.
That's just your
belief.
That's my
If we
belief.
constantly need somebody to help us,
Yes, if
then
we
we're not
constantly-
supposed to be together.
Yes.
I understand it,
That's all I'm saying.
And I feel like
but that's not the.
I
reason
feel like
for the
that's
counseling.
not. I feel like in every situation, that's not going to be the case. It's not going to be every time we have a disagreement. Oh, we got to go talk to the counselor about this. Let's go talk to the counselor about this. I feel like before you start the relationship, I'm not even saying after you get married, you have to keep going back to the counselor. I'm saying on the front end, let's have all these conversations and sound it out before we get started.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Then after we get started, we can go on and navigate through this by
I get what you're saying,
ourselves.
but
That's what
you
I'm
just
saying.
going
I
through
don't
a different route. I get what you're
mind
saying.
you. I don't mind you looking at the counseling as a make or break us type of thing. You can look at it like that.
No, it's plenty of people who go through premarital counseling, and after certain things get exposed, you
You're
like,
like,
this
hell,
is not the
that's
place
not
for
for
me.
me. I
That's the purpose of premarital counseling.
I'd
to
rather you
weed
know
out.
that though.
I'd rather know that going before going in.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of the conversation. Like before we get married, I'd rather know this stuff on the front end and consciously making a decision that this is what I'm getting myself into.
Then we
I'm
both-
willing to take the chance that we gonna work this stuff out, even though it's been brought up that this might be a problem.
Okay,
down the
How
line.
bad do I
How-
want it?
How many sessions you think you gonna need?
As many as
As many as it
dog.
take before we get started.
Real talk.
How bad do you want? How bad do you want?
I
I
mean,
mean, how much pressure is
it's-
enough to break you?
As many as I before I feel comfortable, and as many as before she feel comfortable. Cause like this not just a me thing; it's a
not.
her thing too. So she might get in there and be like, Damn, I ain't. You right. You
We
brought
all-
some stuff that I didn't
we all got breaking
consider. So maybe it's some stuff I need to go on her end. Like I need to go on and look and see if I'm willing to get into this thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's just
But
me
nobody
personally.
gonna agree 100% on it.
No,
It's
you
not-
never.
That's not what it's for.
That's why I just said I go in knowing that okay, this is something that I don't agree on, but I'm willing to go into it knowing that that's a thing that I don't agree on.
I
You
wanna
know
go-
that on the front end.
They going in poking on all your little pressure points.
Mm-hmm.
It's like what'll break you? What and then you might find out what'll break you might not break her. What'll break her might not break you. And so now y'all come into a conflict and then you have that time where you like, so how are we gonna deal with this?
So
Cause you
Or
gotta-
are we gonna deal with this?
another
That's
example,
true.
you play quarterback.
Mhm.
So going into a game, would you not want to know who on your offense is your weakest player? Who, okay, if I give it to him, I know he gonna fumble. He the second string running back. He fumble all the time. First string running back, he always carry through. This receiver can't catch a cold. But this one over here, wouldn't you like to know that going into it?
Yeah.
Same thing with the marriage.
But that's what I'm saying. Okay.
I would like to know
The time
these
that I'm
issues.
dating you, the time we going out on dates, we in this relationship,
It's
the
some
engagement
problems y'all
stage,
haven't
and all
ran
of
into.
that.
It's some problems
We
y'all
can
haven't
talk
ran
about a
into.
lot of stuff.
You can talk about a lot of it.
So it's like I don't need to know 30 years
put it
down the
like this.
line something that I don't have to worry about right
Put it
now.
like this: going to the council is just your walkthrough before the game. Your walkthrough before the game. As long as you play, I'm pretty sure you've gone through walkthroughs. It's like, damn, you don't know the fucking play.
Nigga,
Oh,
fuck
damn, you
that.
fucking up on this. Like, we need to get
council
this.
might bring up stuff that may or may not happen.
Yes.
But wouldn't you like to know that
Every
that's a
possibility.
possibility before you go in?
I know everything is a possibility. We live in life.
Hey man, at the end
I
of the
don't
day,
want
it's
to go
on you,
through
bro.
every little dot that it's like, Drew, we ain't never thought about that. You don't want to do that. All right, we don't want to do
Y'all
that.
watch
Like,
film in practice. I know
Y'all
y'all
watch
did.
And the plays may or may not happen.
I know y'all
Exactly.
did.
Exactly. So you know what's a
But
possibility. Before
you're
going in.
prepared.
I know the possibilities.
You prepared.
You know every possibility.
You know every possibility.
You can go to counseling and still don't get every possibility.
Facts, but they might address some stuff that you don't know.
A
Well, I'm
little bit
saying,
more than
why
you
not
would
go
know.
through that? It's like writing a paper, writing an essay, and you know that I personally checked everything. I made sure that everything's grammatically correct, but I get a proofread before I turn it in.
You might still get a 95.
That's just the final
you
check.
might still get a 95.
That's just the
You-
final check before I turn it in.
Okay, this is what I'm saying. What's so far off that nobody's ever thought about before they actually got married is what I'm trying to figure out.
That's individual.
It's-
That depends.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't feel like I'm just an idiot when it comes to it.
But it still might be some stuff
What you
that
say,
you're
Brent?
not
I
here
done got
for.
us this far.
I feel like it still might be some stuff that you're
but
not here
even
for.
with that, even with me saying I done got us this far, I
Okay,
feel
put it like
like
this.
I still feel like
I
it's
feel
a
like-
point where I can say that don't mean I can get us further.
And I think
Okay,
Brent-
I feel like talking about it before it happens is like putting doubt into it in a sense for no reason.
I mean, but these questions, some of these questions, you would have to ask somebody that's married. Like we can't, like us, we never been married, so we don't know some of those hard things you might go through
Are you
pre-counsel.
gonna have a joint account? How you gonna raise your kids? You
Yeah,
going to church?
ask somebody-
Like, it's a bunch of stuff that everybody knows. They probably not just open and asking in the relationship, but it's a lot of stuff that everybody knows you're
different,
supposed to ask before you get
It's
married.
different. It's different to say if somebody's robbing the bank and he's right next to me that I'm gonna grab that gun. Then when it actually happens and that dude pulls that gun out and I get on the floor with everybody else, it's different. I feel like that's hypothetical. Like to say I don't have kids, but when I do have kids, this is what I'm gonna do.
That's
when
what you're
that
doing in
moment
counseling,
comes-
though. That's my point. That's my exact point.
I get that. I get that.
I get what you're saying.
I feel like
I get
like
what you're saying, man.
I like knowing on the front end what weaknesses as a couple we have.
Let me know what your
And
mind
then
frame
me
is.
coming to terms with those weaknesses and saying, I'm willing to accept those weaknesses of your end. You're willing to accept my weaknesses. Therefore, when we move in and we get married and stuff, we know that these things exist. So when they come up, it's not a total surprise and it don't take us off. Just random situations. For example, if this person likes to go party and stay out late at night, and they always gone, they drinking, doing this. If you address that on the front end, it's like, hey, I know this what we was doing when we was 20 and we was in college, and right now we just got married. I know that was a thing that you was doing. But right now, going forward, that might not be, something that I might be willing to do. Yeah, you can have that conversation on your own, but I feel like going to counseling, y'all have a more in-depth conversation, and the counselor probably give you tools on how that you might fix those things. So when you actually do get married and it does become an issue, then you know how to work through them.
I think with Brent,
I feel like if you stubborn going there, you're gonna be stubborn.
I think we should move, Perry. I get totally what you're saying, bro. Because you just like
I told you at the end of the day,
like
I
okay,
said,
if you open-minded, you open-minded. But if you're stubborn on the point, like okay, I want 1 kid. Going into counseling, you're not gonna come out like I want 3 kids now. Like certain stuff, you just not gonna change your mind on. No matter how much counseling you have.
that's not the counselor's job to tell you to try to convince the other person to have 3 kids.
I know, but I'm saying she might want to have 3. I might want to have 1. Because going into counseling ain't gonna change the fact that I want 1 and she want 3.
At the end of the day, when I ask you if going into a perfect situation, if going to counseling will make it better, hypothetically, if everything went well, went perfect, and I said going to counseling would make your marriage successful, and you said no,
we go.
If you're saying that it's gonna make my marriage unsuccessful, if I don't go for a fact, then yeah, I'll go, of course. But you didn't say it wasn't gonna make me unsuccessful just because I don't go though.
So but you didn't say that. Have to
but you're
it's not automatic unsuccessful if I don't go though.
It's not automatic, but it's a risk.
I'd rather for the gamble. That's what I'm saying.
You would rather the risk, but you taking the risk instead of taking the success and saying fuck.
That's Brent's attitude towards most things, man. I don't know why y'all. That's Brent's attitude towards most.
That's why I ended it. I ended it a long time ago. I was like,
that's some bullshit, bro.
No, it's not.
That's some A1 bullshit.
If you know that this way is 100%,
why would you just choose success?
And I'm gonna flip a coin on this side.
You keep asking that thing. That's his attitude to it.
I feel like counseling is just a hypothetical situation. They're gonna give you a bunch of hypotheticals.
But
so you might as well just handle it when it get there.
Even if it's 100%, even in the hypothetical world, if it's 100% success that way, you gonna flip a coin and gamble on yourself.
That's Brent's attitude to it.
It's on you.
Because I guess this brings me to my point. Like I think a lot of relationships end. I ain't never been married, but marriages end. I ain't never been married. But a lot of people don't have a lot of conversations that get brought on. Like people just don't like to have tough conversations.
I think because it's ingrained in people that it's a tough conversation. If you tell these people that it's not a tough conversation, people had a conversation.
It makes them uncomfortable.
But the reality is
we don't like to be uncomfortable.
But Brent, what you said, I get what you're saying, but that's the reality of the situation. Yeah. People don't like have tough conversations. Whether it's society putting on them, whether it's their parents putting on them, or it's just their personality, and they don't like to address things.
I ain't scared to have.
I know you're not scared.
That's a you thing. That doesn't necessarily
That's why I asked the question. Answered the question where I answered it.
That's why I'm putting it more in a general state so we can just talk about
Brent
it.
Make me mad.
I get y'all general statement. I was talking strictly about me when I was answering the question.
Because I feel like relationships in like a lot of marriages, just because we ain't talk about finance. Why you ain't talk about finance? Because that's a tough conversation. Are we gonna have split accounts? Are we gonna
opposing somebody if I don't talk about finances?
Are we gonna have a prenup?
Yeah. Like, what if we get divorced? Do we even want to talk about divorce? It's just a lot of those conversations like you don't have, and it's like if I get rich, do you get to just
if I have kids, will you still fuck me? Like, I mean, if I get fat, will you still love me? Yeah. No, I never even dated a chick that was that big.
And that's a reality. That's a reality. Are you gonna let yourself go? Like, people, that's like.
Are we keeping that in mind that I don't really like certain
just types? Having that conversation can make her go that way.
What you mean? Make her go what way?
If you say, yeah, I still love you, she might be like, oh, so I was just doing it.
But what if I talk to you before it happens, though?
That's what I'm saying.
What if I say I'm good in this range, like, but
if I don't
go crazy, then I don't know what I might do.
If you set the expectation beforehand, y'all can have a conversation and y'all either agree or disagree.
At least you can keep it in mind, like, damn.
I feel like that'll put more pressure on the relationship,
bro.
Because if you tell her, nah, I don't like that chick.
Pressure what? Pressure makes you uncomfortable.
She gotta realize every day. She gotta realize she gotta go work out.
But in a relationship, you are gonna have pressure. Like you cannot.
But you make it unnecessary pressure though.
That's not unnecessary.
It's definitely necessary. If I say I need you to do this and this and this, or this may happen.
We in a marriage.
I need you to do the shit. It's that simple as hell to me.
And it goes on both sides.
If you talk too much when you was a little kid and they changed the light to red, I'm gonna talk a little less. So I don't get the red, because I know red means you call my mom and I gotta have this fucking conference. I'm gonna shut the fuck up just a little bit more, even though I love to talk.
I don't know where you were going with that one.
No, it's the same shit. Like, I know the parameters I can go in. It's like, you don't want me to get like crazy big. Like shit, it's little shit, it's basic. It's like, okay, it's not really that hard. Like, let me just chill out.
Because you go into a marriage with expectations.
You do.
I
don't want you to just be a broke bitch all the time and asking me for money.
I'm just saying, everything.
So what do I need you to do? Keep a job.
I feel like everything y'all like brought up is something I've had a conversation about. So that's the only part I'm saying. Like, I don't think I need counseling like that.
Everybody goes into. I say this all the time with Bo. Everybody got Tuesday on death, bro. Everybody that's hypothetical, of course, but like everybody go into whatever situation
picking their destiny,
picking on. I personally feel like going to premarital counseling is going to give me the best end result. You feel like doing on your own give you the best end result. At the end of the day, you got to pick your own death. You got to pick what you feel like is best for you.
Yeah.
In the end, and then too, in the end, that's your relationship. That's what you decide to do.
No doubt.
Yeah. I want to do premarital. You don't want to do that.
Bullshit.
That's on you. I mean,
So you going to premarital or you not?
I'm probably gonna go.
You don't know.
No. I'm
can say you
probably
don't know,
meaning more than likely.
I'm going.
That means you don't
Just
know.
off the strength.
I'm going because of the church.
Come up.
That's why I'm going. Because it's a thing we do at church.
And the biggest thing that I would say for those who are out there and just automatically want to do your pastor, if you personally feel like your pastor
not the one to go to, because when he asked me to do the right thing, and I looked at him and I said, "Hey, brother, you do the right thing." We both had the same look, so I'm just saying.
Because everybody's not. We got to get out of the. I feel like this is a black community type thing.
That the pastor's God.
That the pastor, not God, but he's like
basically
he's like the final say so on a lot of stuff. It's like, are you feel like you automatically want to just go ahead and do what the pastor says because he has the title of pastor or whatnot. Where if you feel like you're a pastor, whether he may be a good spiritual leader, he may do outside, he might not be a good counselor.
I'm gonna tell you
so
something.
You might have to go and get outside help.
And then he has imperfections too. That's the other thing.
And that's the part I was gonna say. I was just gonna say
because you go to school to teach the Bible. You don't go to school to be a counselor. You know what I'm saying?
You may be a good preacher.
You may be a good preacher.
That doesn't mean that you're a good counselor.
Yeah.
That also doesn't mean that you're a good
person.
Spouse. It doesn't mean that you're a good husband. Doesn't mean that you're a good father. It's just different things.
Everybody that's their talent. You know what I'm saying? I'm a pastor. I have a talent of conveying, of public speaking, and making this message digestible to a congregation. That's it.
That was well put.
It's a bunch of pastors who out here who can, deliver a message, who have God-given talent to make this message digestible to a large congregation. But they don't automatically mean that they not out here sleeping with women. They don't automatically mean they're out here drinking and smoking and whatever. But you know what I'm saying? That doesn't diminish the talent they have that was given by God, but they're still human at the end of the day. So your pastor may possess all these qualities, but one of the qualities he may not possess is being a counselor. Yeah. So you might need to go get professional help. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got to say.
And then a lot of times, I don't know, you take perspective from people that like kind of in your age group, and then you take different perspectives from people that's older. I think you should gain perspectives from anybody you can.
Yeah.
So that don't mean you have to take the advice. It just means you taking other people's perspective and putting it into your own, like filter it out.
See, that's just like what I always say. Like, even if we have a conversation and I'm telling y'all about certain things, it's like, of course, I'm telling y'all because I want to get the feedback. But that doesn't necessarily mean that that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Right? Yeah.
You may give me advice that I don't use. I might just want to hear it. I still may say,
just
I'm going to do what I'm going to do anyway. But,
like, and I don't expect it. As a friend, I should be able to tell you anything and you not take offense to it. And I don't expect you to take my advice. That's what being a friend is, though. Being able to get that harsh judgment and not take offense to it.
I want to be the bad guy that's in you like, damn, man, I did some bullshit. Once I said I did some bullshit. And now you can't get off your mind. I want to be there. Yeah, you're fucking up.
Because I tell y'all this all the time. If I'm ever in a position where I'm in the wrong, I would rather hear that I'm in the wrong from my friends versus a stranger who just judging me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I would rather hear like, "Hey, AD, you out here messing up, yada yada yada."
AD?
But see, that's the thing, though.
Yeah,
that's all you need to hear.
That's
the
from you. That's your thing.
But the thing with me though, I would rather be judged by my friend. Like I don't look like, damn, bro. Why the fuck would you tell me some shit like that? I would rather be judged by my friends because these are the people who know me best.
And they have your best interest.
But see, that's why I also feel like you have to know your friend group too. To know that I'm gonna try my best to be non-biased in every situation. But at the same time, you my boy, so I might not give you all the way because I'm like, that's my boy DVJ, man. Like, you know, but I'm gonna try
Hey man, players fuck up.
Yeah, but in my core, I'm gonna try my best to give you the non-biased opinion.
Yeah.
I feel like when a counselor come in, they don't have a stake in nothing. Mm-hmm. So they just give you a like, I don't know you. I'm just hearing the situation. I know in my professional opinion and based off my years of schooling, I feel like this, that, and the third. Right. I'm going to let y'all work it out. I'm not here to tell you what to do or what not to do, but I'm just addressing it in this manner. Mm-hmm. They just playing mediator.
Yeah.
Because you my boy, and I can tell you, hey man, you wrong, you effed up, you did this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, you still my boy. Yeah. And the person and the party that you've wronged, if I tell you like, yeah man, you did wrong, but it really wasn't that bad. Your partner or whoever that you did wrong, probably like, of course AD gonna tell you that because he your boy.
And that's why I was saying.
And that's where the third party comes in. It's like, well, I know that the counselor not your boy because we just met him together.
But see, that's what I was saying about the whole like just avoiding it. It's like even as just the partner, it's like certain conversations, even if you have them, it's a certain way you have them. Mm-hmm. You don't want to make her uncomfortable. Just like she know that if she says certain things, that may make you uncomfortable or that may piss you off or make you feel some type of way. Meanwhile, we got this dude right here that don't give a fuck about how you feel, don't give a fuck how you feel. I'm going to just tell y'all straight up.
Because I'm getting paid regardless. So I'm going to tell you.
Shit, and this shit don't even make sense. So somebody in here makes sense of it, or maybe that's something y'all need to think about. I'm not going to tell y'all how to make sense of it because shit, sometimes y'all tell me some shit. I just be in here like, bro, what the fuck are y'all even know? Like, I don't know how y'all got together, but it don't seem right. But since y'all here, y'all might need to make it out. Since y'all here and y'all are together, I'm not going to question how or why y'all together. Clearly, y'all love each other. That's why y'all came to see me. Mm-hmm. Y'all may need to address these issues.
Like, and then too, the thing that comes to mind just hit me. You remember that commercial about Febreze? And it was like, you're nose blind. Like, you be in the house so long that those smells, listen, I'm going somewhere with this. Like, you get so used to it that you don't smell those things anymore. Yeah. When you're in a relationship, sometimes you get so used to that person that you don't even recognize the faults that person might have or that you yourself might have because you're so used to that dysfunction. So going to that person could be their sounding board. It's like, it smell like shit in here. Y'all don't notice it smell like shit? Like it smell like shit. Y'all don't notice it? Like, no, I don't know it smell like shit. You smell like shit to you. No,
you're so used to smelling shit.
You so used. Listen, in that relationship.
Somebody got shit on them. I don't give a damn what y'all say. Yeah. Take your shoe.
But in their relationship, bro. In that relationship, you so used to that dysfunction and you get comfortable with that dysfunction that you or your partner can't see it no more because y'all become nose blind to it. So y'all might need to go get an outside source to be like, hey, I know y'all can't smell it no more, but it smell like shit in here. I know y'all love each other, and y'all keep wondering why y'all can't get together. It's because every time he come around you smell like shit. Every time you come around her, you smell like shit. You might need somebody else from the outside to tell you that y'all relationship is shitty.
I don't know who it is. But one of y'all smell like shit.
But that makes perfect sense because one of the things you want to always be doing, and this is why I think motherfuckers don't need to be in your goddamn business, especially marriage.
Are you talking about when they tell you get married?
Yeah, that you should be constantly growing in your relationship.
Yeah, you should.
And you should take everything, like what I'm trying to say.
Every opportunity.
Take everything with a grain of salt.
No, take every opportunity to grow if you can. Like me and my girl, we're reading the book right now. I plan on doing marriage counseling. I'm just taking every opportunity I can to grow in a relationship because you want to continue to grow and you want to continue to grow as a unit. You don't want to be growing on your own and then she ain't growing and vice versa.
That's why you can't read the book by yourself and tell her what the fuck was in the book.
Oh, you read the book together. I'm reading about my
Hey man, look, I read the goddamn book. I was telling you what I read, but what the fuck you think about? You know what I'm saying? When we had kids, and you know what I'm saying, I already know what the fuck we gonna name them. I already got the name of my head. What the hell, what we gonna name them? Shit, man, what the hell you thought? I just want to know, where the fuck you gonna go to school? That's all I was thinking about. What's your input on that?
Because I said, why the hell I got sent to private school? That's in the public school for free.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, he could go to private school. That kind of got you.
Oh, that's the bullshit.
Yeah, I knew you was gonna say that. That's why the hell we going with your idea. Back to what I was talking about. So I'm thinking Brent Jr. 2.0. I'm thinking we take him straight to Mississippi
2.0.
He gonna go straight to Mississippi State. Well, maybe if he don't want to go to Mississippi, he ain't gotta go to. What the hell? That's why we talking to me. I just want to hear your input on it. I mean, damn, Brent.
But nah, man, like I said, that's up to personal opinion. You know, one thing I will hope that you do when you do get married and stuff like that is just continue to be open-minded about having that dialogue.
Oh, yeah.
And don't just be like, my way or the fucking highway.
I ain't never been a dictator. I always been open-minded.
You sure?
I think maybe
I
that's
have
one
been
of the,
open-minded.
that's
You
one of
stubborn
those
as shit,
things.
Brent. I know you're
You are,
stubborn.
I am
you
stubborn. When I'm
You
right.
stubborn as shit.
And
When I'm
I think
right.
that's
But
one
who
of
says
those.
you're right, though?
I
You
do.
think you're right.
That's
I
one of
don't,
those
I
things.
don't always think I'm right, though. I know when I'm wrong.
That's one of those.
Do you
things
admit that you're wrong though? Because
Yes.
the Brent I know don't.
Yeah.
I ain't never heard Britt say he was wrong.
Brent, I ain't never heard you say
I've been knowing you for a long time, Britt. I ain't never heard you say wrong.
I only saw you
No,
redirect.
no,
I don't give a
I
damn if y'all go there.
I wasn't gonna say that without an argument. No.
I only
Britt,
maybe you redirect it and change the convo.
But I've never heard anybody say, "Oh, I was wrong about
Yeah,
that."
just straight up.
Man, I've definitely.
I've heard you say, "Oh, I didn't know that," but to say I'm right
wrong.
here and I'm just straight up wrong.
I've definitely said that.
I
Plenty
just
of times.
I just misunderstood you. I didn't. I know that's what you meant.
Yeah, he
Like,
he
I don't
phrased it in some way.
I've said I am wrong plenty of times.
From now
I
on,
say plenty. You gotta
We
make
don't
sure
have
that
to
it's a
start
life
counting
order.
up.
from now on, I'm gonna keep a running tab of what you said because I promise
Oh my
I may be wrong, but I don't think I've ever heard you say that, Britt.
Nigga, I know you.
I've said it plenty of times because I've been wrong plenty of times.
Well,
Brent, I know you've been wrong. We argue a lot.
we
You
know
been
you're
That's
wrong.
what I'm saying. It's not that you're wrong, but the argument still happens. So it's like, when did you say, yeah,
At
I'm
the
wrong?
end. At the end, I'll be like, "Oh, you was right." I've said that plenty of times.
You learn something new every day. The more you know.
If you type that shit in the search box right now in the group, you wouldn't find it.
I might.
Just do it live on here.
It might not reach it back then though.
Man, as long
Shit.
as it's saved, you can pick and choose.
Shit, so what's your overall reason why motherfuckers need to stay out your business?
There go one right there. I was wrong.
Who said it?
Obviously, me. Y'all ain't never texted.
It pays to.
AD said it. Get shut your lying ass up, man.
Hold up. That ain't all I don't know.
He's so full of shit.
Back to the conversation.
Yeah.
That's the only one though.
That's the only one.
So apparently
you
I'm the
didn't
only
prove a
one
point,
that-
Brent. That's what I'm saying.
But
So
that's
say it.
hold up.
So say it, Brent, right now.
Without argument.
That's an argument, Brent. You just typed it in, it wasn't there, so.
Yeah.
So what?
I don't remember typing about it.
That's the shit we be talking about.
Oh, I don't remember typing it, but I've said it plenty of times. He just said search it, so I searched it.
So
It
I've
wasn't
said it plenty of
there.
times.
So you can't prove that you said it. We can prove
can't
that you
prove that
didn't
I haven't
say
said it.
Okay.
How?
Type in search.
There's the argument I was saying.
No,
but
you said-
what
I
I was
said
saying
said it. I
about
didn't
before I
say
say
text it.
before
We're
I
gonna debate it, but I
I
never
just say
get
I
am
said
wrong.
said it, not texted.
all right, we'll talk about this after the camera cut off.
But
like I'm saying, like not even just marriage. Why motherfuckers just need to stay out your
I ain't
goddamn
gonna
business?
lie. Most people just need to stay the fuck out of my business because if I wanted to know what the fuck I was doing and when I was doing it and how I was doing it, I would have told you.
Okay,
Straight up.
straight up like that.
I
AD,
tell my friends shit.
Well, I feel like people need to stay out of my business, like I said.
no
earlier.
goddamn business.
My goddamn business. It's because I feel like I said earlier, people haven't the people who are in my business haven't invested enough time into my life or my current relationship to be in my business. My girl, she's invested time. My family, they've invested time. My friends have
Not all your
invested
family.
Not all my family, you know. I mean, no, we don't. You talking about immediate family.
I gotta make this shit. Motherfuckers be in
Yeah,
your
you're right.
business.
But like my friends have invested time. this random dude that just know us off social media or just know us from
of us
haven't invested time. So I feel like I don't owe you an answer. You haven't invested time. So that's why I feel like you need to get out of my goddamn business.
That's why I fuck around and say, Patrice, when you gonna propose? But go ahead, Tim.
Bro, it pays to pay attention to your own business.
It do though.
It really do. Like, bro, you ain't got no business over here. Bro.
You got enough shit going
you ain't
on.
Get nothing out of this.
You got enough shit going on.
But that's your fucking input. Folks, you just hit a motherfucker. Hey man, hey, nah. You need to start cutting people off. You always know when they finna hit you. You be like, hey, this motherfucker.
Bro, no, like
Yeah,
most of the time I just
motherfucker.
look at
Nephew, hey, nephew.
fuck you,
Man,
bro.
man, look, man.
This
last
is what we
year,
talk about, like, bro.
last-
Don't hit me up on
man,
this.
I was here last year, man. He was the same chick, man. What, man? She been on up there now, man. How old you is now, nephew?
Oh no, motherfucker, for you to get the fuck out of my business.
Come on,
Right?
man. Come on,
You
come
gotta ask
on,
Brent.
come on now.
And Brent, finally, I know you ain't gonna say you were wrong.
What's that?
No, you asked why you gotta get out of here.
Why people need to stay out your damn business?
Cause it's my business.
Point
That's
blank.
dead on that.
I feel you on that shit.
Mine means mine.
Ownership.
I didn't say our.
Yeah.
Shit, the reason you need to start my motherfucking business because I don't step in your shit, don't step in mine.
Respect the line.
I feel you, man. This has been another episode.
Views.